Good morning and welcome back to Miniature Monday here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to be working on some more Battletech, but we're also just going to chill and we're going to talk about games and my disastrous adventures into 3D printing, because, what's gaming with ADHD without a disaster from time to time? But anyways, I hope you are all doing well today. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Mine was mixed, to say the least. But overall, it was good. Went on a hike with Kim. Went to an ugly sweater Christmas party where I got to wear my tank top sweater that I got in England. That's right. You all knew England was coming up in this stream. Yeah. Hey, Steven, how you doing, sir? So overall, I mean, it was a good weekend. But here, we're gonna flip over. We're gonna talk before we start painting. So I've mentioned in the last couple streams that I got a 3D printer for resin, and so now I'm doing miniatures. Hey, Curtis, good afternoon, sir. Curtis Smith. We've got a whole chat full of Curtises at this point. Anyways, so I was looking around. I wanted to print some stuff, and so I found a set of miniatures that I already had for the B team, and I'll show this off because it had a van. The B team with the van with the spoiler on the back. I know, horrible cheesy joke, but I don't care. I wanted it. And it's cyberpunky, so I can use it. I think it'll make good terrain for the cyberpunk game because it does kind of have a nice cyberpunk feel. I just noticed a little crack there in the window, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm okay with this. Anyways, but yeah, so I was just looking for stuff to print this weekend, and so I printed up the B team, and I realize you can't see a ton of detail because it kind of gets washed out, but overall, I mean, this thing is absolutely insane. Look at that. Like, you can see a little detail in the hair. The belt looks really good. Hey, very silent mouse. Until all are Curtis. Yes, exactly. It's the B team, very silent mouse. So yeah, it's absolutely got A team vibes. But I mean, then you've got this dress with the undercut there. God, this guy, I mean, the prints came out absolutely fantastic on this. Like this one. Look at this. You've got the hair. You've got this little antenna. At least I think. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm just making sure it's not like a piece of the supports that I was supposed to. Nope, that's good. So you've got these little pimply looking things on her feet, the traction for the shoes. So overall, I mean, the detail on all of these, again, these antenna, pretty much perfect. The detail for these robotic feet. This whole set came out absolutely. Here's a 1980s cell phone with an antenna on it, and that's how it came out of the print. This was one single piece. Got this little robot dude. Again, these antenna, a couple of swords. This cape. Again, all printed in one piece. And then we got this guy. I think this is supposed to be the Howling Mad Murdoch, but then they made it all Dr. Strangelove, and he's riding a nuke or something. So, I mean, like, these all came out absolutely amazing. And now that I've shown how fantastically these all did, I will tell my story. So when we were in England, Kim and I went to Warhammer World, and she saw a model for Sisters of Battle that she really liked, and we decided that I would get it and I would paint it for her. And so I thought maybe doing it as I found a 3D model that's like Lady Justice or something, but she's got like 4 wings and 4 arms. It's a little strange, but it's also kind of cool. And I thought that might be a good replacement for it, so I decided I would print it. And the print completely and utterly failed. Absolutely. And so it ran all night and just kept, zapping the same spot that never came up. Yes, she being Peanut Gallery. So the print failed. And so instead of just leaving it for after church like I probably should have, I decided I would clean it up and start another print while we were at church. So there's hardened resin in the tank. I need to pour that back into the bottle. So I have Kim come over and hold the filter because it's not really staying in the bottle. And then I'm pouring too fast. And so then resin's coming out and down the sides. And she's trying to stop it. It's like, no, don't touch it. You're not supposed to touch it. We're not wearing gloves. And then she's touching it. And I'm like, just wash lots of soap and water. But then it goes down the bottle on top of the wash station, which did have a lid, but then it goes down the wash tank and onto the wash machine and the table that it's sitting on. And so I'm having to clean that up. And like I'd only partly put the lid on the bottle, and then I take it. I go to move the bottle, and I, for some reason, pick it up by the lid, and the lid comes off, and I drop the bottle onto the floor, and then it spills into the carpet, and that was a disaster. So I'm trying to clean up as much as I can. I'm getting my UV curing station, trying to set that up so that it can run and not have the lid on it, which protects you from the UV light. I'm like, screw it, need to use it. So just set it up to beam into the area and just harden any resin. Anyways, it was a disaster. So anyways, yeah, that was my adventure in 3D printing this weekend. I had some stuff that came out absolutely fantastic. I had some stuff that were complete and utter unmitigated disasters. So it was pretty funny. Looking back on it, it was pretty funny. But was I frustrated. So very frustrated. Anyhow, I hope you all had a better weekend than that. Today we're going to finish up the 2 Navu Legion mechs that I've been working on for the last week. And we'll just chat. Curtis Thompson's headed to bed already? You get up at 3 in the morning? I mean, that's fine. I just think it's a little early for bedtime, even for me. Actually, I just woke up for a nap. I slept most of the night, but I didn't sleep straight. So I was bouncing in and out. So that was annoying. Then the internet was down this morning. Part of the reason that I didn't switch over and do a morning stream. So the internet was down, did some other projects, and then I took a nap because I need to flip back to my schedule. Silent Mouse, you're not wrong. The funny thing is we've been planning on replacing the carpet in the house anyways, but that just kind of made us decide that we want to put tile in the rest of the ground level, which I've actually been resistant to, so kind of helped make that decision. But honestly, as long as you are careful, it's generally not a problem. So if you have like an extra room or a space that you can dedicate to it, that because like my 3D printers, it's in our living room, but it's kind of behind some chairs, so like I don't have to worry about little kids or anything. It's not too bad. But anyways, last thing I wanted to show while we were out on Saturday. So my youngest, when I was doing the Ninja Turtle interview of the guys from Palladium, he bought me Leonardo, like a repro of the old toy. So of course I have to get all 4 turtles. You can't just have one. Anyways, I'm missing one. I need Michelangelo. So we went to the store looking for it, and they didn't have it, but they had this on sale. So basically it's Ninja Turtle Army Men. And I got to thinking, because you get like 50 of these things for, it was like $15 or something. But I got to thinking about it because I've been needing to dedicate more time to practicing with speed paints, things like that. Part of the reason I don't use them is because I don't want to mess up models that I care about. But that's the thing. Find kind of things like this. Here's my hobby tip of the day. Find things like this and paint these, because it's 30 cents a piece. Who cares? If they get ruined or it doesn't work right, that's fine. And the lucky thing about this, like all the Ninja Turtles, apparently you get 3 copies of them. So, theoretically, even if it comes out like crap, I can just throw it away because I'll have an extra Ninja Turtle that I can paint. So, anyways, I picked that up. Silent Mouse, I also have ADHD. That's why I know that you can absolutely resin print with ADHD. It's fine. I promise. But obviously, if it's something that you're concerned about, I get it. We don't have to. Don't go into a hobby that you're not comfortable with. But it does also kind of stress the importance of just being careful and paying attention to what you're doing. Trust me, I absolutely have it in my head now that I am not going to be messing with the 3D printer or the resin 3D printer right when I wake up. So yeah, Silent Mouse, trust me, I get what you are saying. like I said, that's why, for me, messing with the 3D printer right when I wake up isn't going to be a thing anymore. But I get it. I get it. Everybody makes their own decisions, and that is totally fine. I'm just really happy with the actual quality that is coming out of the thing. I mean, the B team models all look fantastic. The van came out as just one solid piece. Curtis, I don't know the costs on replacing the FEP for a Mars 3. It's a Mars 3. It's not even a Mars 3 Pro, but probably Mars 3 and Mars 3 Pro are the same thing. So if you want to look that up, I'm going to guess that that's usually an expensive part. Very Silent Mouse. This is a penetrator, but it's got LRM arms instead of the lasers. All right, so what is a FEP? I have absolutely no idea what it stands for, but for resin printers, you have what's called the tank, which essentially is just, think of it like a bowl that just sits on the top of the printer. But the bottom of it is this clear plastic sheet. It's very rigid, so there's no bends in it. It's very, very taut. Like, I mean, you can like tap on it, sounds like a drum. And it's clear because it sits on top of essentially an ultraviolet LCD screen. And so when the build plate comes down into the tank, because you pour your resin into the tank. So the build plate comes down, the UV light goes bloop, and hardens the resin that's at the bottom of the tank. And then your build plate lifts up, lets resin fill into that crack, and then squishes down again, like 0.05 millimeter or something, very small. But so the FEP is essentially the bottom of your tank, but it's clear so that the UV light can still get through. It's because otherwise you have resin going everywhere. So you also have to be like really careful with it, because you don't want to break the FEP, because then, like, I've heard of people that like accidentally do that, and then resin goes all over their printer. But sometimes it gets scratched or it gets cloudy or whatever, and so it's not allowing the light through, which then so yeah, it's one of the consumables on the printer. So Six World, the LED screen might not be hard to replace. I mean, I can see that it actually, I actually have a feeling that would probably be one of the easier parts to replace. the big question I would ask is, what's the cost to replace it? Because, I mean, at this point, if it's like, say, $100, wait a second. Did Silent Mouse get stumped on a battle mech? I'm very disappointed in you, sir. Very disappointed. Anyhow, so interesting, Curtis, that you say that the LCD is a consumable. Like, oh, $35 for a replacement screen? Yeah, absolutely. I would replace that screen then. Because the catch is, like, my printer was only $100. Black Friday special. So, Silent Mouse, as far as the unit, this is my custom Merc unit, the Nauvoo Legion. I'm actually kind of surprised you haven't seen that yet, sir. You've been missing a bunch of streams lately. It's fine. We forgive you. It is based on the 19th century American military unit of the same name. I paint like a hamster. How does a hamster paint? I mean, your mother paints like elderberries. I don't know. What do you want me to say? That was a very odd statement, Kevin. I didn't realize that the LCD had a limited lifespan. Okay, hence why it's a consumable. Anyways, but yeah, so if you're looking at like $40, even on a $100 printer, like that's the thing. I mean, the next, so I got a Mars 3. So the Mars 3 Pro was like another $60, and again, that was on the Black Friday sale. But so figure an extra $60 for the next printer, because I am considering getting another filament printer. Because I need to print more terrain and such. But because I just have an Ender 3 Pro V1, and they've made some significant upgrades to it since. Yeah, so Six World did. So did they send you a replacement screen, or did you? Did you just say screw it and buy one? Because I got to say, the resolution on these screens is incredible. Yeah. Part of the reason that I went with the Elgu is it's like all the 3D prints that I have were made by a friend of mine on his Elgu Jupiter. And so when I saw that they had that Black Friday sale on an Elgu printer, I figured I would jump at it because he's got because my friend had the Elgus, so it's like, all right, I think I can. I think I can go with that. All right, so we've got that, and got it. Okay, hey, well, I mean, if it was a gift, then technically your 3D printer only costs you $35. So I'd say you came out just fine. All right, let's see how badly I can freehand. Close enough. Oh, and even though I don't like it, I should, mention. Don't forget, folks, if you like the idea of supporting the channel monetarily, no, I do not expect it. If you like the idea, once we reach 10 members on the channel, it's only $2 a month, then I will start doing a monthly giveaway of a 3D printed figure that I then paint for you live on stream. Or I'll send you the figure if you want to paint it yourself. That's up to you. Let's see here. All right, so the hard part here is that the paint job is unofficial, so I have to figure out where do I want to put this gold trim. Anyhow. But I'm kind of excited to have the hey bear. Here. Silent Mouse, I'm gonna put it in chat because that way you know how to spell it. Good morning, Bear. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're feeling better today. When am I going to print and paint Paradise Station? I'm not 100% sure. I started the stream talking about my 3D printing disaster. Six World, no, but also kind of yes. There were some, reasons that pushed me this direction. Which I will not really go into today, but during a kerfuffle in the Battletech community, or the Battletech online space, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of what inspired me to look into my heritage and my background for a unit. And then when I tried out the paint job, I really liked it. There's something about it. It shouldn't make sense. You have, let's be honest, he has, cream colored pants. He has black shoes. He's got a blue coat and a black hat on. And I mean, let's be honest, for a battle mech, it seems like it would be really stupid. And then I painted one and I'm like, I absolutely love this. This is absolutely amazing. I actually really, really like the paint job. So yeah, there's a little bit of a troll no one has really picked up on what it is. And I'm content to leave it there. And just be happy with the unit. Because I really do like the paint job. It's fun. It's different. It's a little different. Like some of the weird paint jobs that I've seen people do, but they don't, like they do it just like they're just like, I'm gonna do this paint job, and you're just like, that looks horrible. Like nothing on a battlefield should look like that. This, you're right, Six World. It doesn't seem like it should work, and yet it does, and I really, really like it. So, whatever. I'm going with it. It's a bit frustrating in that regard, but it's still a fun paint job regardless. But anyhow, yeah, now that I have my own printer, I can fill out the ranks. Because I think I want to get it to battalion sized. So 3 companies. So 36 mechs, probably 40 if you include a command lance or something. And then I'm also going to do a company that I call the Mormon Battalion. So, which is a sub-sister unit kind of a thing, which I have some ideas for that. All right, Kevin wants to know why I don't paint the bases. First off, I do paint the bases. I paint them black. Okay. There's the first thing. Second thing is I don't actually do bases because it started frustrating me. Like, okay, you paint your bases green and you put grass on them. And then you put the figure on a desert map. And so then your green just doesn't match up. Six World, I've been collecting and hoarding STLs like a demented squirrel for quite some time. I've literally been paying for Titan Forge. Well, actually, I stopped paying for Titan Forge like 6 months ago. But I was paying for Titan Forge for like 2 years, and I've been paying for Cyber Forge for like 2 years. So, Silent Mouse has read up on the Nauvoo Legion. There's a lot there. Now read up on the Mormon Battalion. As far as a recon lance called the Storm and Mormons, I don't know about that, mostly because it would be it would sort of be redundant because I'm already calling one unit the Mormon Battalion. So while I'm not quote unquote opposed to it, if I wasn't already doing Mormon Battalion, yes, Sixth World is a well, pre-Civil War actually. So about 1840-ish. And then disbanded around 1845. The Mormon Battalion, though, came afterwards during the Mexican-American War. But if you it's like the Nauvoo Legion, like they had, full uniforms and stuff like that. But the Mormon Battalion, so like they received a uniform stipend, but since they were marching from Iowa to San Diego, they weren't required to march in uniform. So they were actually able to use their uniform stipend to give that to their families, which their families then used to finance the trip to Salt Lake City. When the first wave of Mormons started heading out to Utah. And so that's one thing that I'm trying to come up with is what I want to do with paint jobs for the Mormon Battalion. Because basically I've kind of picked out the iconography that they'll use. So like, as I'm doing right here, so technically the icon for the unit is the statue of the Angel Moroni. You can look that up. And then the Legion has a secondary icon of the title of Liberty, which, let me show you that here. I'll show you the first one because the first one was kind of the best one that I did. So the Angel Moroni statue, which you just saw me painting on, and then the title of Liberty. So that is the Legion icon. And then so the thing is, so the Legion is all uniform. It looks like they're wearing a uniform. And so for the Mormon battalion, I want to do like a bunch of just like unique paint jobs. I'm just not sure what I want to do. But then the only thing that'll tie them together would be the two icons. So they'll have the Angel Moroni icon, and then they're going to have a green shield icon, which I'll explain that when I actually do it. But so short answer, that's the plan. And I have a 3D printer, and I can go absolutely nuts. And I mean, like my friend would have printed off whatever I needed. That wasn't an issue. Oh, it did war crimes. It didn't do war crimes. May have overstepped its bounds a little bit, though. I mean, come on. It was exactly Michael Chad. Michael Chad, are you LDS? Because most people don't know that. But yeah, Peanut Gallery actually gave me the idea. Okay, there you go. But Peanut Gallery gave me the idea for the green shield icon for the battalion. So well, there you go, Michael Chad. Anyhow, so that's the plan. But like all of my painting, I'll be bouncing back and forth. Actually, I might be doing a bunch of Mantic painting coming up here soon. Because Dice Tower West is coming up. And we're talking about doing some stuff up there. So I want to get a bunch of stuff painted for that. Oh, okay. First off, Mountain Meadows Massacre was... Okay, number one, I'm going to say I do not know a ton about it. Number two, was not technically the Legion that I am basing this off of. But I'll give you that one. That was pretty close. That one's pretty close. But yeah, that was... All right, I'll give you that one. I'm gonna stop defending it. I will say, I do, my understanding is that was more individuals, though, as opposed to like church/government sanction. It's only a war crime if you lose. Hey, if the Word of Blake can do war crimes, so can the Legion, right? Right? I think that's a fair trade-off. But I will make this statement. What are considered war crimes now weren't necessarily the same then. And we can decry individual actions without trying to hold a time period 200 years ago to the same standards we expect today. I will put it that way. All right. Anyway, so I've got that. I'm not going to put a lot more gold in. I want to, but I just the word Blake calls it enlightenment. I want to put more gold in, but I don't. I think it would be too much. So, but I've got, like, usually I'll do some stuff on the shoulders, a little bit on the chest, and then just make sure that I have room for the icons. So that's good. Anyhow. But yeah, so the fun thing is that these two will actually put me up to 2 full lances. Oof. Or if I get it up to a full battalion, so 3 companies, I think I'm actually going to switch. Instead of doing 3 companies of Legion, I think I'm just going to do 2 companies of Legion and a company of battalion. And then you get into the argument, why are you calling it a battalion when it's only a company? Hey, it's only a company of mechs, but they still got their support staff. You know, maybe at some point I'll get into infantry and vehicles. You know, maybe I can expand it out that way. Ooh, very nice. The special commander for pizza time. Folks, if you haven't seen the Six Worlds Pizza Mechs, you really do owe yourself a trip over to Twitter. You know what? I'm just going to link it in chat. But you deserve to send yourself over to Twitter to check out the Sixth World, which is not his Twitter username. Anyways, go check out the Six Worlds Pizza Mechs. They're amazing. They make me laugh every time. but it won't let you see it without signing up. Well, then let's do this. Actually, present. Share screen. There we go. So this is his newest piece. Oh, I just noticed the Domino's logo on the shoulder. That's amazing. I noticed that you put him on a road instead of on a pizza box. Actually, here, media. Why did we switch to the Urban Mech Lamb? It's so ridiculous. Fresh and fast. Oh, that's so great. He's also doing some very cool Black Widow company, so there's that. And other stuff that isn't as important. He's done some Ghost Bears stuff. He's much better at this whole painting thing than I am. Oh, here's the one that he painted on stream with us. Or like half of it. His Pete Orcs. I mean, I get that it's easier to do a road, but now they're going to look inconsistent. Smoke Jaguars. Anyhow. So that's the Sixth World, folks. He paints good stuff. Oh. He says the Urban Mech Lamb was supposed to be for an event last weekend. But unfortunately, it was canceled. I really like the whole, fresh and fast thing that you painted on its wings. Anyways, I like that. I'll probably eventually convert them all to road bases except for the Mercury. He's my special little guy because he exploded a Warhammer and kicked the gyro out of a night sky. I mean, that's fair. He deserves to be on a little bit of a pedestal like a pizza box. Regardless, you guys, I will always shout out the pizza mechs because they are just ridiculous enough to be amazing. And they make me smile whenever I see them. All right. So last touch. Like, I'm really tempted to try and get some custom decals made instead of hand painting these. But I haven't really... I haven't really found a place that would do it. Like, I'm kind of tempted to reach out to Piranha Graphics. But I didn't see anything on their site that says that they do custom. So, not necessarily sure about going down that route. Anyways, I think I'm going to call these guys done. Oh, Very Silent Mouse says that they do not do customs. All right, well, that kind of sucks. I mean, I get it, because I mean, there's probably like some setup issues or whatnot, but I would like customs. All right, so let's... All right, so here's what I have for the Legion so far. 2 penetrators, a grasshopper, a Whitworth, a dervish, a vindicator, thunderbolt. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I knew I was forgetting something. I need to... There's got to be lasers on these guys. So... number 1, I don't have a printer. Number 2, I don't have a laser printer. I think you need a laser printer. And number 3, I'm not quite sure how well it would do with metallics, because I'd obviously need a lot of metallics here. But it is an interesting theory. Let's see. Sarna.net penetrator. Okay, so those are medium lasers, so I should probably put those in there. I am going to have to look. I'm going to look in. I'll look into printing them myself, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Devastator. All right, so it's got 2 rifles, 2 PPCs, and 2 medium lasers. All right. I almost forgot to do the lasers on these. All right, for those of you who have not been here before, whoa. So this is how I do lasers. Developed over time, and it's fast and it works for me. So it's what I do. So first off, come in with some very bright silver, which I ended up getting a little too sloppy. I might come back with the black gray. Anyways, you put the, just realized it was out of focus. So you put the bright silver in where you're going to have anything that you want colored and sort of metallic. Where is the third on the front? Because it does have one in the rear, which I forgot. That looks like another medium laser. Thank you for pointing that out, Silent Mouse. There we go. Thank you. I'd looked at it earlier and told myself, and I completely forgot. So thank you. All right, so 2 in the torso, 1 in the head, and 1 in the rear. All right, so let that dry for a second. Actually, while we do that, I will get the black gray out. Makes sense. Yeah, the LRM, actually, that's like the 3D print. I actually have to say, I really like, because if you notice, this one has 4 medium lasers on the chest. This one has 6, which is correct for the variant. So, and I just realized that I never did his medium lasers. So let's go ahead and do that. Which actually I need to do. Those as well. Hey, Cody. How you doing, sir? All right, so now comes the quote-unquote trick. All right, so speed paints, red, green, and blue. That's like really all I use. So speed paint is sort of transparent. But then it also kind of collects in the grooves. And so is a little bit darker around the edges. So it's like medium lasers are supposed to be red. We'll just take drop a red and put it in there. And so if you notice, it gives you a little bit of reflection from the silver, but then you also have the coloring from survived another tornado, as in like there have been multiple recently, or just like it's just another in the list of tornadoes which you have survived. Because I mean, technically there's a difference. All right, that one went in a little heavy, but meh, I'm fine. Actually, I don't need the green. No, I do need the green. We're gonna use the green. Okay. So a new one for the list of tornadoes which Cody has survived. Well, I'm glad you survived. We kind of like having you around. So yeah, you don't even need a ton of speed paint. Like you literally just need enough for a dot of color, and that's it. But I like the way that it looks. Actually, oh, while we're doing this, it's like I started doing it this way because of cockpits, which I will actually show you right now. Forgot Yenlo Wong from last week. So I paint the silver on the cockpit, or the cockpit glass. And then I come in with the speed paint. Which gives it some color. And gives it some color, but then gives it that, like I said, just that metallic look to it. And ta-da, you've got either a jeweled canopy or a jeweled energy weapon. But you don't have to do like the 10 steps and paint the little arcs and bits and blah, and make me want to stab myself for trying to do all of that. So, you know, I realize that it's completely simple. But it's 2 steps instead of like 8. Which is what I'm comfortable with. Forgot about his small laser under the chin. Small lasers and PPCs are blue. Okay. Last thing on my table for today, because I did not finish this last week. All tan except for an arm in the blue and gold. Oh, you're talking. I think Kevin is catching up to the conversation. I'm talking about what I should do for the battalion. So that's not a bad idea, but the reason I am not going to take that idea is because the Mormon battalion literally marched in the clothes that they had. They didn't have a uniform. And so there wouldn't have been any kind of consistency in the unit while they were marching. So I figured to represent that, instead of going with a consistent unit look, I would go, basically it would be kind of like the ragtags of the bunch. Like, you know, they paint their mechs how they want. They're, you know, I don't know, I'll probably use like, oh, now you got me thinking about like more ideas. So I'd probably use like all light mechs for it. So make them more, because the actual Mormon battalion was essentially just an infantry company. Or maybe it was a battalion. I don't know. It was like 500 dudes. But it was just light infantry. So maybe I'll just keep them to like light and medium mechs. but then they also get to wear, quote unquote, wear whatever uniform they want. So it'll look, different and unique across all the different paint jobs, which I think will be a lot more fun. So, now I gotta wait for that to dry before I can actually finish basing it. Yeah, there, Kevin. I'm basing one figure for you. It's because it's for someone else. So, man, I do not have anything. I did not prepare well for today. I don't have a whole lot. I don't have any real extra miniatures that I can paint up because I need to read. I'm going to start completely over with these. Actually, I think I'm going to start over with these. The two Krakens. Like, I like Mechanical Frog's bases. I'll leave these on the bases. That's fine. I'm going to start these over. I'm going to do one, and I'm going to do them in. I'm going to use the Pro Acryl line on them. We'll do something different with those. I'm just not happy with those paint jobs at all. So, okay. Since I have to wait for paint to dry, and I don't really have anything else ready for paint at the moment, I'm actually going to call it. I do need to take Peanut Gallery out to do a couple of things, so we do need to go get that done. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it there. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Unless anyone has any questions, anything else they want to throw in before we go, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, or whatever. Also, again, don't forget about the membership thing. I'm hoping to have, we're up to 4. We just need 6 more before the end of the month, and I'll start doing that next month. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got going on. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for keeping me on task. I do hope you guys have a good week. And, we will be back on Friday and we'll paint up some more. I'm not sure if we'll do Battletech on Friday since I got these couple of Legion mechs done. So stay tuned. We'll do something. We might do a Christmas present. We'll see. All right. I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a wonderful day.